Everyone, welcome to our channel. Welcome to our live stream. Very good to see all of you. Today is Friday, so we have a few things that we want to talk to you guys about, and maybe we have a chat or something, and you can leave some comments or talk to us live.
And our main topic today is 30% hash rate drop, and that's the signal of bullish or bearish. I share the blockchain
Now
hash rate chart.
something. Yes, I can see the blockchain.com, the hash rate graph.
The hash
That
rate
is
chart.
showing from July 2019 to April. Actually, the hash rate already moving down one or 2 days before the halving.
Yeah, that's right. 1 or 2 before the. I think there's some miner they got the unproofed mining, so they block out their mining rig, and then the hash rate is jumping down. It's also a good signal for some trader because 12 hours ago the Bitcoin price slightly to go up, and now I will share to you some information about the Bitcoin market cap. The coin market cap today.
This BitPay is actually putting up at 8,869, while the rest is Coinbase, Bitfinex, Bybit, and all this. They are putting up at 9,006.
Yeah, but in the coin market cap, it's a little bit go down at the moment because after 3 hours ago, I see it's around 9,800 and a half. In next few days, may over 10,000. Yeah, and the price when it goes slightly like this, firm climbing. It's not like the day before the halving. It goes straight up to 10,001, and after a few days, it's jumping down 11%. Yeah, it's make a lot of traders feel frustrated about this.
I believe the price for the next 1 week will probably be hanging between 9,000 plus to 10,000 plus, around there, just hanging up in there, I believe. Because if you are looking at how the investors' sentiment, how they feel about the market, at the current moment, we don't really see a super excited or super hyped up feeling. It's a lot of suppressed feeling where people are feeling that, hey, I'm not sure where this market is moving. But right now it's 9,000 plus, which sounds a little bit good. Maybe hopefully you'll hang around 10,000 plus, hopefully good. But they may not feel that this is positive, is going to shoot up, that kind of thing. So I believe a lot of them are a little bit suppressed in their how they hope to see the price move. Although those who buy, those who invest, they definitely hope that the price will go up higher.
I see some article about some people quoting handwriting. It say that it's will likely to recover after the period of jump where efficient miners replace less efficient operation. Yeah, because I checked some news on the other news talk. They share a lot of good news. Yesterday is about the JP Morgan. It has approved 2 accounts of the Gemini and the Coinbase in the USA. Yeah, it means that all the trader of the JP Morgan, all the trader from Coinbase and Gemini, they can withdraw their money to JP Morgan Bank.
All right.
Yeah, that is a good signal because last 2 years, JP Morgan Bank is one of the biggest bank, and show that they really don't invest in crypto, and they say cryptocurrency is a bubble. A lot of things.
Something about Bitcoin. The Bitcoin hash rate dropping 30%, whether it's going to be bullish or bearish.
Yeah.
What do you think? Will it really be?
In my own opinion, of course, it will bullish, because there are a lot of advantage, a lot of good news to say Bitcoin or crypto will be adopted from the biggest bank and the other finance institute.
Let's go on a little bit into the more talking a little bit more about the blockchain itself, the technology. We know that Bitcoin halving is already over. We are now already entered into the fourth year, or not fourth year, the next fourth year of the after the halving. So of course, like you say, Richard says that Bitcoin hash rate drop may be a bullish sign, but let's see how it goes. So somewhere around in the media, they are talking about 5G utilized when user pay for goods and servicing at offline merchants. So basically talking about how Samsung Korea they are using blockchain to integrate blockchain into payments, paying. Let's say, for example, you are the user, you have the wallet, you go and buy something offline, basically offline. You can use it to buy your merchandise. Yeah. So few months ago, Samsung came out with a new phone that supports the blockchain, Galaxy 20 or something, not 20 or S20 Pro, something like that, plus. Yeah, so that one they support blockchain. Future, the kind of applications you're going to see on your mobile phone is not just going to be your digital wallet. It's not just going to be your Bitcoin wallet or whatever wallet. I believe that it'll be deeper into the blockchain technology where, I don't know, there are so many things that can be done with blockchain technology. So let's see how Samsung bring this blockchain thing up, and then we'll see how the world follows. I believe Apple will definitely want to follow, right? I don't think Apple will want to lose out behind once they see some things that Asia is doing. Come to think of it, Asia is doing a lot of things in this season. Asia, Southeast Asia, East Asia, we are pioneering a lot of things. Look at China, they are pioneering blockchain city, blockchain industrial park, and things like that. Yeah, so when it comes to blockchain, I think the Asians, we are kind of like pretty on the ball, I guess. I would say. Yeah, so I'm expecting a lot more new things that are coming out in a very, very short time. Very, very short time, because things are just going to be very, very fast. I believe there are a lot of R&Ds are actually looking into all this since 2 years ago, kind of thing, and it's a matter of when they are going to launch all their blockchain products, when they are going to launch all their blockchain system. That's it. Yeah, and besides the banking industry, these are the companies that have their blockchain supporting various other sectors other than banking. Yeah, and I think I look at it. I think this is a very exciting thing. And Richard just now said something to me about this 5G and what people feel about 5G, right?
To our community to say the 5G technology is not good for health, and they have some video about the 5G technology is not good for health. By the way, I would say to welcome to our newcomer to our live stream today.
Hi, welcome.
Yeah, and when the JP Morgan he jumped into the Bitcoin stuff, the hashrate will out, and they will manipulate the price of the Bitcoin. Yes, and after they manipulate the 1,000 per Bitcoin, of course they earn a lot of things from this trading method to manipulate the market. And some of us may read some book how to control the market. by the JP Morgan and some the other. They know that in the tech view, we can hope the Bitcoin price is in the bullish scenario. Of course, we can't control the market like the Bitcoin because it's very, very volatile. Mr. Nicholas shared to us a few days ago about the volatile of the Bitcoin. They say, you big hack the 50 million fund continue moving after the hit of Binance or something with Binance, and let me show to all of you about that news. And about the U big hack, people can see last few months ago, the UBIT have been hacked 50 million in Ethereum, I think in 2019. Yeah, and it's hacked 50 million of fund. Yeah, fund to Binance, and we can address. We all can check from from Twitter. We were able to confirm it's now that a significant portion of the UBIT hack are being deposited into an exchange called the ByX. This exchange is look like the exchange for the hacker to launch 50 million of ETH. Yeah, and if we all can use the well alerts, we can detect any large amount of the cryptocurrency trading, and they can send to the other exchange. It will alerts to the others. Yeah, and on the May 13, Binance Exchange frozen 27,000 worth of stolen ETH to the platform immediately after the well alert reported the suspicious transaction. If you use the Telegram application, you can find this. You can have the alert from the well alert to see. Oh, we can check which amount of the coin transferred to the other wallet. Yeah, in the crypto world, everything is transparent. Yeah, in Bitcoin and in the other cryptocurrency, the other can check your blockchains, can see how many access, how many cryptocurrency you have in your wallet if they know your wallet. If I show you my Bitcoin wallet, you can check how many wallet in that wallet. Yeah, similar like this. One of the Twitter, one of the bot, the Telegram bot, they can checking and they see the suspicious fund have been transferred from some address to the other address, and Binance have immediately action with that suspicious transaction. Thanks for blockchain technology to prevent some hacking, something. Now we go back to some of the headlines. Some of the very, very interesting thing is
based fintech company thinks that the blockchain technology can unlock billions in lost equity for SMEs. So what do they actually mean by this? So they think that basically blockchain technology can unlock access to capital for small, basically more related on fundings, how SMEs can get the money to run as a source of capital to run. Yeah, so they say here with interest rate near zero or better part for the better part of the decade. Interest rate near zero. I don't know I'm not too sure whether this sounds like a good thing, but not too sure what is the catch behind it.
Yeah, so could you explain something about the SME?
But one thing for sure that SMEs, let me switch back to this thing. SMEs has been pretty much the economy. Yeah, the economy doesn't really rely on all those big companies that they are already up there. They have all the money they want. They have all the whatever they want. But it's the small companies that is entering the market that, of course, they need the money to help them. But these are the companies that with a lot of new ideas as well. Of course, new ideas doesn't mean the idea won't be stolen, but there are a lot of new ideas from these companies as well. You look at the startup arena, you will see a lot of tech companies with a lot of very brilliant ideas. Yeah, even a few years ago, when in our previous video we talk about the
Google.
goggles, right? VR goggles. At that time, it was a new thing. Now a lot of people know it, and it has been becoming quite a interesting product in the market. So new companies are generating a lot of very interesting products that will be able to help in terms of integrating of AI, integrating of blockchain, and integrating of a lot of various high-tech technology into our daily living in the future. Yeah, so this is something that we cannot deny. I mean, you look at AI alone.
Yeah.
Right now, you are looking at your phone, your Telegram has these bots, right? And then you look at social media, there are so many of those bot accounts, bot people talking to you. Just if you go to government in Singapore, some of our government website, they have this at the bottom of the screen. You can ask, one of them is called Jamie. You can ask Jamie what. That's actually a bot. Yeah. So instead of using a machine to talk to people when they call, now what you can do, you just put a bot there, allow people to ask questions and get uh, related answers that they are looking for. And at the end of the day, if they can't get the answers, well, they have to try the phone again. But these are the things that are progressing. I mean, it's not perfect yet. It's progressing. Just like the Telegram bot, it's not perfect yet. You have to train them. You can use them for a lot of convenience, I would say. Yeah. So AI technology, AI will be a large part of the future in tech, a large part of the future in human living, a large part of how we do businesses as well. Yeah, so some of the things you see in a movie in the past, where you have this AI talking to you and things like that, those are actually not very far into the future. We look at, I'm not sure, Richard, you have this what do you call that? The Hey Google thing. That thing.
That is
Yeah.
Google Talk and
Yeah. Yeah. So a friend of mine has that. So you just go, "Hey Google, can you tell me
Yeah.
this?" And then you'll just tell you a lot of information. That is AI. That is the kind of like level 1 of AI, I would say. And then we are talking about a few years down the road where you just increase the increase the capability and capacity of what this AI can do for you. Uh, you can already right now you can use AI to switch on the TV in your home. Hey Google, can you switch on my TV? You switch on the
Yeah.
TV
Yeah.
for you. Hey Google, can you switch this screen to that screen? You can do it for you. Hey Google, can you do this that for me? It does that for you already, but there will be more of this, or rather a deeper dimension of what this thing can do for you in the future. Yeah. For example, you may not you won't call it Google anymore. Someone will create their own Hey Google thing and their own AI. And I don't know. What I think right now, what I think is that probably some government, military, top secret organization are already using this kind of technology for a lot of other things. Like, hey, can you show me a video of this guy? What is he doing now? Where is he now? Is he in Singapore? Is he in Europe, or is he in Australia? So this kind of big data thing and AI thing is going to be a very, very big thing, and it's going to cost a lot of money. And who was the one that says the next true trillionaire is going to come from AI industry? And I honestly, I believe that, because it's going to be a big part of your life, or everyone's life in future. At least, maybe not everyone, but at least the people who live in the city, because once you are someone who is living in a city, you want to have convenience, you want to have many other things that comes with you not having to lift a finger. Now we have food delivery, we have whatever, but we need to use our mobile app to how do you say, to clean, do the thing or whatever. We need to use our computer and app to go and order something and buy something, and then they'll deliver to us, right? So in future, you just need to open your mouth. You don't even need to get up the bed. You don't have to lift a finger. You just lie down on the bed. You can call your AI whatever. Maybe I call him Richard. Hey Richard, can you order a piece of pizza for me? And it's done. Richard, can you send the email for me? It's done.
Last year, I hear they can let the AI can make a call to Pizza Hut, and the AI can talk directly with the Pizza Hut, taking the order, and when they receive the bill, and just say look like the human. And in the beginning of this year, we also can try to learn some AI to change the face. It's also successful.
I think the machine learning is going to go up a few notch higher in the future, that's for sure. Because now it is already ordering food for you or ordering whatever for you. Of course, the person picking up the phone, he may or may not know that there's a machine talking to him. But the advancement of this tech is going to go to a point where the person picking up the phone, he don't even know whether it's a real human being or not. He's just going to, so you stay this place, and I'm going to send it to you. And for all you know, it's a machine going to talk to the machine, and then the human will prepare the thing to deliver to you.
That's why Facebook had been shut down their AI machine, because they checking that the two machines, they try talking each other using their own language that people they can't control. That's why Facebook and Google they shut it down.
I think this personal, or rather digital assistant thing, the AI thing, I think it's very interesting. Maybe in future I should get one and put it in my house and ask him to do every single thing for me. Unfortunately, they can't clean the house for me, but they can command the little robot to clean the house. Clean the house for you. So interesting thing to think about. That's why are we talking about that? Because we were talking about SMEs, and SMEs has been quite the driving force for the growth of the economy and the growth of tech. So
thank you very much, Mr. Nicholas, and let me say welcome to another newcomer, Mr. Han. Miss Han KTQ, Mr. Hoàng Mập TV. Recently we we do the networking and we have discussed, and we know that Mr. Hoàng Mập TV, one of the best, one of the experienced YouTuber, and he has some nice tutorial to help the newbie, the YouTube newbie. We also the newbie in YouTube. Sometimes we have been marked as the spam and we have been blocked it there. Yeah, that's why when I watch some of the video from Mr. Hoàng Mập TV, I learned a lot, and Mr. Hằng KTQ, when I go around her YouTube base, I see she has a lot of fashion collection. Yeah, and I hope everyone can get a connect with the other
fashion collection. Fashion what? Fashion collection.
Yeah, and and let me say welcome to Mr. So Đỏ TV. I think in Vietnamese we say the So Đỏ TV. It means that's one of the famous one of the famous literature. Yeah, and his
famous what?
Famous. I also don't know. Yeah, it's very famous. Yeah, if you Google the name,
So TV, yeah,
So TV, and
I'll do that while you talk.
Yeah, and okay, and now we go back to some of the headline. It's very interesting. Just now you hear something about the Xeonbit hack 50 million, and now I catch some of the it's one of the headlines about a Visa find the button application for digital currency. Yeah, it's very interesting when we hear that Visa Master on the gateway payment gateway card, they're trying to the digital currency. Mr. Nicholas, do you remember last 2 years we tried to send email to Visa to share to them, right?
Yeah, Chincha.
Yeah.
They didn't reply me, yeah.
Yeah. They of course with the giant they feel very happy, and they of course we at that time
I believe it's not because of that. I think I believe that these people in the management they probably have a lot of things on their plate, a lot of things to look into when it's come to this kind of small request. They probably didn't think too much. Yeah, but there was a time when we were talking about whether we should do something like a debit card or something like that. Yeah, because as we look into how technology can, or rather blockchain tech can help in terms of payments, in terms of how you do transaction, in terms of how you buy things, and that will bring a lot of changes. Like if you pack everything in one small little card, whether it's a physical card or a digital card on a wallet, you can do a lot of things with it. You can actually protect the kind of money that you have, so that you won't overspend, or if it gets stolen, it's just going to be that small little amount of money. But of course, definitely you get the bank to try to get it back for you. Yeah, so Visa files when was this Visa file? It was this year, right? Oh, recently. Yeah, Visa files for US patent.
Yeah, you can see my share screen, and everyone here can see the share screen.
Digital fiat currency.
Yeah.
So it's almost a little bit similar, like how China is doing the digital yen, and things like that. But this time is a private company, the Visa
Yeah.
themselves doing it.
Visa is one of the U.S. company. It's very it's a the
No need
yeah
introduction.
yeah
We all know who they
yeah
are.
we know, and we see a double digital fiat currency. And it can issue any CBDC despite its application in the US. We all can see this line is very important. It means that they can issue any CBDC in own currency. You know that?
Yeah,
Yeah,
really.
it's really like that.
So, is this what the US is relying on?
Yeah, yeah.
Uh,
This is a good news for all the CBDC and the Visa. It's one of the biggest news for the other to know that
I wonder how big is the fee going to be like if they're going to issue the CBDC for US, and then US say, okay, you issue the CBDC for us, and then you can charge us a little fee. Anyway, our money is taxpayers' money. Not exactly taxpayer money. We printed a lot of money anyway.
yeah
$6 trillion. Yeah. So that's an interesting thing, and I think when we look at Visa doing this, someone else is going to do another thing again. Maybe Mastercard will come up and say, hey, now we are also doing this uh, digital fiat thing.
we have the JP Morgan, we have the Visa.
Yeah.
Some that is a lot of positive news
Yeah.
for the people feel more confident about the cryptocurrency. That is the reason why Bitcoin price go slightly up this day. Yeah. Uh,
Yeah.
now at this talk, let me refresh this. Now at this talk, the price is around 5,900. It's a little bit if compared with the 24 hour.
Price? What price you're talking about?
The because I use the coin
What
market
is
cap
5,000?
price,
What is 5,900?
the price of the Bitcoin.
9,005 lah.
Yeah, if compared with the volume change 24 hour, it's increased 1.42%. Yeah,
So they're just going up and down around 9,000 plus 10,000.
yeah. Uh, uh, last yesterday, some of our comment to share to us. He says Bitcoin is so volatile, so it's hard to predict the price, and he chose not to buy anything about Bitcoin. Yeah, anyone had their own decision. Yeah, we also don't do the FOMO to
He thinks that way. That's up to him. But when it comes to how or when you want to enter the market, it's always different people, different kind of risk appetite. But the thing is, I think many videos ago, I said something like, if it goes down to 6,000, between 4 to 6,000 at any point, or any point between 4 to 6,000, I think that's a good chance to enter the market, because uh, I don't think you're likely going to see it go below 4,000 anytime soon. So it's going to go up and down from 5,000 plus to 10,000, that kind of range, and it's just going to keep going up and down in a manner for some time, I believe. Yeah.
yeah
So because the first one they went to 20,000, then they fall down, right? They go down for by 70%. So the second one they go up to 13,000. So then they go down again. So now they go up to 10,000, then they go down again. So it's just going to toggle up and down in between this 4 to 5,000 mark, or 6,000 mark, and
yeah
10,000 mark, in between there. until there is a significant event or significant interruption, I would say, or manipulation. Manipulation is not a nice word, but this is how people think. Until there is significant interruption to the market, then you may see it go up above the 10,000 mark and go higher. But at the current moment, it's just going to go up and down. 6, 10, and just going to go up and down here.
Yeah, 6,000 from 6,000 to 10,000. Later we will go to the trading view to see what is the range of this one.
Now I can show you the trading view. Where is my trading view
Okay,
page?
you go. You
Did I
said
close it already? Oh no, I closed it already. Oh yeah, it's here. Okay, give me a moment. Trade BTC. Okay, this is the trading view, the BTC price chart for. This is what 11. This is for the last few days, for the last 5 days. So today is 15, right? This is 15 today. This was yesterday 14. So 13 and then 12. This is where the what you call that, the halving. Yeah, 12
you
is the halving.
also can try to use the tool, to show to the audience.
It's okay. It's okay.
Yeah.
You look at how this thing is going up, but it just don't really break through that 10,000 mark, or even if you break through, it just break through for $100 and come down again.
Yeah.
So we just need to zoom out to 6-month view. You can see it, the previous high is 10,000, and it
Yeah.
just, and then we zoom out to 1-year view. Yeah, this is where the 13,000 is, right? Or 12,000. Yeah, so we zoom out to 5-year view. You see, this is what we talk about, the 19,000, come down, up, stop here, down, up, stop here. So it's stopping lower and lower. It is stopping at a lower mark than before. So what you can actually expect from this kind of price movement is that this is a 1-month view from mid-April to mid-May. So this was a high. So up, down, up, down. So I reckon that this probably is going to down for until here, and then maybe it's try to go up again somehow.
Yeah, it's go up slightly again.
Yeah. So if you are going to buy, to make a quick buck, I suggest that you watch how the price move, and observe for yourself. Unless you are truly an expert in stock market chart, like the candlestick and all those kind of there are so many terms. They have this hammer, and then there's this thing, whatever. Yeah. So unless you are really expert in watching those stock market candle chart, they don't just represent the price movement. They represent human emotion, how people feel about the market at a particular point of time, and why people dump the shares. Will probably relate to why people will sell the Bitcoin at a particular point of time. But the one critical difference is that Bitcoin are not like stock market. Stock market, there are so many stocks in the whole wide world, and Bitcoin there's just only one, and it's 21 million supply max.
Yeah, that's right. Mr. Nicholas, what do you think about this article?
Doubling goal. I look at it. I look at this piece of information as basically just like, how would you put that? People there are people trying to position Bitcoin as something that is so much better than gold. Wow, Bitcoin is more shiny than gold. No, they are just different. They are just two totally different things.
Yeah,
Bitcoin is digital, gold is the tangible stuff.
yeah, the tangible
Uh,
talk. Yeah,
you look at how gold price move.
it's
Gold
hard.
price
It's so hard to compare. That's it.
is very hard. It's very hard to compare.
Yeah,
Gold price from since 1970 to now is really slowly going up. It maybe dropped down a little bit, but it's still hanging up there. But Bitcoin is like what within a span of 2 years, you have seen the highest and the lowest at the same time. Uh, 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 I try not to encourage people to think that Bitcoin can outperform gold at any point of time. Uh, it's a convenient thing. Bitcoin is digital, it's convenient, but try not to think that way because otherwise you may be misleading people to think that hey, Bitcoin is the best investment, is the safest investment. No, it's the volatility, just like what Richard was saying just now. Is volatility is something that gold don't have. Gold don't have the kind of volatility that Bitcoin has. Volatility is one thing that kills a lot of investors if they enter at the wrong time. Let's say if I buy this Bitcoin at 13,000, and then if I only have 13,000 to spare and I buy this, of course I won't do that. But you never know who will do that. Yeah, so and it goes down to 6,000 and that's it. I lost half of it. And then how can I dig myself out with the 6,000 dollars? Should I buy more? I don't think so. So that will cause a lot of people to become what's the word, delusion. No.
I see.
Despair. Yeah, it cause a lot of people to go into a lot of disappointment. They'll feel despair and they say, hey, Bitcoin is the lousiest thing on earth. But actually you have to look at the coin from two sides. Yeah, so uh, this article, personally, how I feel is whoever this guy is trying to push for. Maybe this guy holds a lot of Bitcoin and he's trying to sell Bitcoin to those people.
Yeah, really.
You never
Yeah,
know. Yeah, but the thing is, um, the digital world is still at the beginning stage
yeah, that's right.
while the tangible gold, a tangible asset, has been around for. I mean, you look at the price history. It starts from 1970 or something, but gold has been around for 3,000 years, if or more, maybe even more than that. So Egypt civilization, they already started using gold, and I think gold already been around even before that. Yeah. So I think they built things with gold, right? Yeah.
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 In China also use gold, and people can see a lot of the gold in movie in China at the king, the royal, and in anywhere they use gold as um, one of the stable asset nowadays in Sweden and in the most major bank. They
Mm.
they use the gold to be backed from any fiat currency. Yeah. Some of the new country they want to form up the country. They want to issue any fiat currency, any the currency for the community. They must to have some goal to be back. Yeah, to running the fiat, the paper money for this. Yeah. Okay. Next topic. Mr. Nicholas, you have something nice to share to us?
Okay. Just now I saw something about China. Where's my screen? About China central bank propose. I think this is old news, right? Propose a blockchain-based trade finance platform. I think they have done it. Oh, this time what? Uh, for Guangdong, Hong Kong, and Macau. Ooh, that's nice. Yeah, this article mentions something about People's Bank of China. There's a China Central Bank. They are proposing a blockchain-based trade finance platform between Guangdong, Hong Kong, and Macau. Now I can show you a map which I prepared just now. Where is it? Which page is it? Number 6. Okay, give me a moment. 6. Where is my screen here? Okay. Okay, this is where Guangdong is. Guangdong is at the bottom. There's a circle on Anhui just now. Is because
I did not see your share screen. Yeah.
yeah.
Yes.
I circled Anhui because I was wanting to talk about something on Anhui, but let's look
Anhui.
at Guangdong. Right at the south, at the bottom, there is one island, that's Hainan, and just above it, there's Guangdong. And Hong Kong is just right next to Guangdong, and Macau is just right next to both of them. Yeah, Macau is more like part of China's land. The land is at the China side and not on the island. Yeah, so anyway, both of them belong to China. So this article talking about trade finance platform, information platform between Guangdong, Hong Kong, and Macau. This at the Greater Bay Area. Yeah, wow, sounds a little bit like Silicon Valley, Greater Bay Area. Yeah, but the key thing here is about disrupting how cross-border trade info can be shared. So in the past where there is no convenient information before the internet age, those who are born before 1995 or after 1995, you probably won't know. But before 1995, there's this younger generation, some people, some of them, they'll be asking, hey, how do you guys actually communicate? Because now we have Telegram, we have WhatsApp, we have whatever.
Will you letter?
Yeah, so we use letter.
Yeah.
We write letter like for real. We write letter and seal and put a stamp and send. Yeah, so yeah, I did I did make friends through letters before as well. Yeah, that's quite interesting. At that time, you call it what, pen pal? Huh? You write a letter,
Yeah.
you don't know, you want to get to know this person, and then you send, and they may be from China or USA or Europe, anywhere in the world, and you can just send letter to them and just talk to them. Yeah, so that was those time. But now, well, you want to get to know somebody whom you don't know, just see whether they have the Telegram ID, or in
Yeah.
China, you look for their WeChat ID, or uh, whichever. Yeah, so things become faster and more convenient, but also your privacy became a issue as well. Yeah, so this was how information has changed our lives over the few decades, just a few decades. It doesn't take 100 years, but just over the last 30-40 years, a lot of things has changed. A lot of things have entered the market, or rather entered into our life. Yeah, so uh, this disrupting how border trade information is being shared. Yeah, this one, China is basically on the ball right now. Yeah, so of course there's this tagline that says China is going both local and global on blockchain. We can see that very clearly in how they zone an entire area just for blockchain. Like the other day, we were talking about Hunan. Hunan, there's this Lodi, yeah. So there's this industrial blockchain industrial park. It's just like Singapore, you have this industrial park in Jurong. That's quite a big area, but I believe this China one is way bigger than that, because Singapore, we don't have land. China has, right? So a lot of interesting thing China is moving forward with. Even while you are sleeping at night, they are already thinking of how to move the next generation. Yeah, so this is probably the key to how China can rise on top. Like it or not, they are rising. You know, So for the people in the western side of the world, they may be thinking, you China, but they are rising. So it's something that you cannot stop. It's something that you cannot help seeing it happen, but you have to grasp and behold that opportunity that could be given to you as well if you jump on the same river as them. Yeah, so they are already into digital currency. Their government is already into digital currency, and there'll be a lot more things that is going to come along the way. Yeah, you can't deny that, because one thing, they have the biggest population in the whole wide world. Can they survive by their own? I think they can. They can survive by their own, no problem. Even if US say, "Oh, we are not going to do trade with you," they will still be able to survive, like it or not. Yeah, so there is a chart. Now I don't have the chart, but there's a chart that was uh, putting side by side the differences between US and China, how the international trade will affect these two countries, and how much of trade they are going to bring into their country. The thing is, they were saying, oh, US have this much that's going to come into their country by certain number of years later, and then China only have this much. So my reply to my friend is that I don't think China need those kind of big numbers. They have their own. They have 1 billion population more to support their own economy. So I don't think they need so much more. They just need that little, and the rest they can generate by themselves. Yeah. So um, yeah, that's what I want to say about China and US economy. Now I think now they are still having some disagreement with the what's it called, uh, trade tariff or something like that, right?
Yeah.
Huh?
So can you
Yeah,
hear me, Mr. Nicholas?
I can hear you. Yes.
Yeah. Okay. Thanks for your sharing about how the silicon in China, Silicon Valley, Anhui, right? Anhui, and
No, this Anhui is not the one. This is Guangdong.
Guangdong.
Uh, Imagine this is Guangdong. Hong Kong is just here. Hong Kong is here. Then Macau is just right next to it. And then Hong Kong, Macau, and China, Guangdong. They have a lot of China has a lot of investment over there, I believe. And right next to Hong Kong is Shenzhen. Shenzhen is
Yeah.
the name of the city.
The Shenzhen very famous with a lot of the
Yeah.
the technology, and they make a lot of iPhone something.
Yes.
Yeah.
I have a number of friends who has businesses over there in Shenzhen.
Yeah.
I thought initially, oh, Shenzhen, okay. So how is things over there? It's very busy. I got no time to sleep. No time
Oh,
to sleep.
really?
They
No
work.
time to sleep in Shenzhen.
Yeah, from morning they work until midnight and those kind of thing. They have very little time for a lot of things that they have to do. Yeah, so that is what is moving on in China, Greater Bay Area over there. Yeah, so if you want a lot of opportunities, check them out. Maybe bring yourself there and take a look at how things are being run over there. I think you'll be able to see a lot of things. So traditional stock market valuation
Yeah.
and versus uh,
The
review
technical review
overview
overview.
the DeFi projects.
Yeah, that's right. This morning, I also see some of the people they share this news because the traditional stock market have been slowed down this day, and why the cryptocurrency is likely to go up. What's happened with this? And this news to reveal to share all to us about the traditional stock market valuation technique. Yeah, it's why it's difficult to define the interest value of the most cryptocurrency decentralized finance or DeFi. Yeah. So the network may not may a little bit slow from your side, Mr. Nicholas. Okay, so let me carry on with this, and we can see the market losing is low. Yeah, in the trading campaign, a lot of people sometimes they win and sometimes they lost. And this article to show how they lost and how they win. And okay, let's sum up about this. The traditional stock market this day is a little bit slow down and go down because the government, some governments try to send a QE and send to some, they say the bill to help. Some of the bill has arrived, the second bill, and the U.S. government trying to issue more and more bill and bring more money for the people to spend. Yeah. Okay. Next one, we we may have a look on the we may have a look about. Oh, that's a good news because Mr. Nicholas, you may see our discussion between the chat with our agency because they asking if we go up to the midterm or go to the other further exchange. Why there are some of the exchange they try keep approaching us to release on our into our exchange, and we still considering. Yeah, considering.
Yeah, we're still considering on some of the
Yeah.
offers that they are being made to us in terms of listing into the exchanges. So we call them agents. Okay, so they are helping us to source out some of the exchanges that are available and or interested to want to work with us and list our token, our coin into their exchange. So of course everything comes with a price. So and how well they can what are the value added services that they can provide to us. That will be what we are looking at. So tune in, and wait for good news as we get some of this partnership going on.
We also looking for some of the sponsor, some of the people if they love our project, they can keep continue with some of our team and do do the market at some of the shopper or the merchant. Yeah, some of the merchant can use in trading because that's a privacy coin. Yeah, it's very important. It's privacy is everything. Let me share to everyone is about the coin market cap. Coin market cap initially rejected the metric. What's thing happened? This is from investing.com. Yeah.
Rejected what? What did they reject?
Rejected the metric that now
puts
finance
finance
at
at
number
number
one. You know why? Because Binance has Binance the owner of Coin Market Cap. That's why. Yeah, that is the main reason. Binance
now they are owners of Coin Market Cap, right?
Yeah.
So now they can put any information they want.
Yeah, of course. They can put all information here is
like I command you to put me as number one.
Yeah, that's why that's some of the. Of course, this news is not very surprise to all the crypto all the people
Yeah,
in
it's
in crypto
almost
world.
like Facebook coming out to tell you that hey, WhatsApp is the best chatting app in the whole wide world,
Yeah,
and Instagram is the best whatever you call that photo sharing social media in the whole wide world. Nah, there will always be new things coming up in future. Just like what we are using now, we are not using Zoom, we are using something else because like Zoom suddenly have so much issues, you know. Yeah. So yeah. Anything else, Richard?
okay. Let me get some the other. Kim Jong Un maybe using stoner crypto to offset economy fallout. Yeah, this look like some of
Kim
the
Jong Un? Ah,
yeah
let's not talk about him.
yeah
Otherwise, we might be under surveillance, for talking about him.
yeah yeah yeah. That's
It's
right.
a dangerous thing to talk about. Xiao
Yeah
Fei.
yeah. That's why. That's why we we choose some deal per se. We choose some of the news that no harm and no that mean it's mean a good news
Yeah,
like the veteran.
basically, right. Yeah, basically over here we are trying to talk about information. We try to balance out information rather than being more pro to one piece of news than and then go against the other notions, which
Yeah,
is
that's
not a
right.
very healthy thing to do. Imagine I'm just going to say, oh, Bitcoin is the best thing, crypto is the best thing, and gold is not something that then the gold people will be thinking, these guys don't know anything. But the thing
Yeah
is, to be wise, we have to weigh these two items on a scale and see what are their benefits and what are their strengths, what are their weaknesses, and see if there's anything we can do to overcome all these
what do you
weaknesses.
think about my what do you think about my new sharing screen about the veteran investor say Bitcoin price to yeah is achievable.
I okay, personally, if
Yeah.
I'm the one writing the article, I can write the same thing too.
Oh.
Achievable. Anything is achievable, but is it
Yeah.
going to be achieved 1 month from now, or 1 year from now, or 10 years from now, or 100 years from now?
Yeah.
So this veteran investor, I don't know who is this guy anyway. So these veteran investors, I'm going to come in a little bit stronger on this guy. He says the price can surge to 467,000, 467,000. Where does he get this figure from? Is it from his mind or from the amount of Bitcoin he already has? And he is expecting this certain price, so that it can bring him certain amount of wealth. Or maybe this guy only have 50 Bitcoin and he's hoping that it goes up to 400 over thousand per BTC, and then he can make himself super rich. But the thing is, a lot of things, uh, as readers, as general public, we try to keep ourselves calm and not get too overexcited
Yeah,
over
that's
this
right.
kind of news, because these are clearly hyping news that hype you,
They try to
try
form
to
more.
hype
Yeah,
you up,
form more.
trying to charge you up and say, hey, he didn't say it's definitely going to reach 467,000. He said it's achievable. Everything is achievable. He said it can be done, but how it's going to be done, that's a key question here. So my question to this guy is that how is it going to be done? What kind of factor is it going to affect? To
Yeah.
what kind of factor is it? Are they going to come in and affect the price to potentially go up to this kind of level? Now we are not even hitting back at 20,000. Why are we talking about 467,000? So maybe he has this mindset that says, oh, now I tell people I tell the general public 500,000, and if it doesn't hit 500,000, at least it hit 100,000. You know what I mean? Yeah, it's just like I promise you something, but I try not to over promise. I just going to tell you something that is, he didn't say definitely, he said achievable.
Yeah.
He didn't say it's confirmed going to be like that. He said possible that it can be like that. Yeah, of
Possibility.
course. One Singapore dollar can of course potentially worth a whole lot amount of how much of USD. It's possible, but how is it going to be achieved? You never know. Yeah, so it is a gray area kind of statement that he's actually making, which each time I read, yeah, I know this name before. What, Raul? I don't know, Raul or whatever. Yeah. So I read this thing before, and I feel that it's a very irresponsible statement to begin with, you know, because
Yeah.
now we are not even hitting 5 figure yet, you know.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. Thank you, Mr. Nicholas. Share to us your opinion about
Yeah.
what the crypto market. And I also have one more feed to you about the Bitcoin halving. It's not apocalyptic event as some in the crypto fears. Yeah,
Uh,
some of
it's
the people, yeah,
yeah,
last
it's not the end of the world.
yeah, it's not the end of the world, and now Bitcoin is likely to go up to keep the value of this. Yeah,
Honestly speaking, when it comes to expectation of how the price can move, how the price can gain, you have to look at the for next 4 years, in order to estimate how the price can move beyond that 4 years. Because you know what, we just ended the first 4 year of Bitcoin price craziness. You know, so what do we expect? Are we expect similar graph of similar price movement graph in the next 4 years, or is it going to be a totally different graph? You never know. So of course there'll be thousands of other people who say, hey Nicholas, if you think that way, you are going to lose out, you are going to lag behind, and we will be in front. Yeah, of course, go ahead. You know, I'm in no hurry to catch up with you. Let you go ahead. Yeah, because I don't know who may be the one that is pushing this idea of urgency. Maybe they are these big whales that host 2 million coins at any one time. Are we going to listen to them? Yeah, of course, they may be one of those few people who has a lot of potential and capability to bring about some price movement of Bitcoin according to their desire. So, but the thing is, they I don't know how to explain this, but the thing is that if they are if this group of people are the ones that have a lot of Bitcoins, then it does benefit them whichever way the price go up and down, up or down, whichever way the price move. They benefit both anyway. Because why? If it goes up, I sell to you. If it comes down, I buy back from you. No big deal, you know. But it is um, uh, the users, the Bitcoin enthusiasts, the newbies, this particular group, they come in, wow, they got excited. You know, if I have a few friends who has parents, their parents are in the 60s, 70s, so they actually believe and being bought over by some of these Bitcoin investment schemes and things like that, which basically are scams. So what they actually do is they say, oh, now we call it this crypto club or Bitcoin club or whatever club. You come in, you invest, you buy 5,000 worth of this particular currency, and then you have to hold for 6 months. Typically, hold for 6 months. you can't sell, buy, sell during 6. You can buy more, but you can't sell. You can buy more, but you can't sell. So if we launch this token at 1 cent, you buy, you get your friends to come and buy. You buy $5,000 worth, you get how much of this token. So 2 months later, oh, it's up to 5 cents already. Hey, your price already times 5. So you go and tell your friends. So your friends go and find their friends. You know the story after that. So it's just going to be a big pyramid that one guy tells the bottom, hey, you're going to get, because you buy at 1 cent. These people come in and buy at 5 cents. These people come in and buy at 15 cents. These people come in and buy at 20 cents. So this big pyramid, 20 cents, so many people. What happened to this particular project that I know? You can find out some of this information at they are listed at this DG Finex. Yes, correct. So after the price hit 20,000 and people are coming in, because initially they say, oh, the package is what, 5,000, minimum 5,000. So the next one after you, minimum 10,000 package. So they put in 10,000. So that was August last year. By February, March this year, that was like 6 months time frame. The price went less than 1 cent. It went up to 20 cents and go back down less than 1 cent. These are how typically scams would work. So a lot of people are trying to promote this, push the price, push the excitement, and push, and those new entry in the market, they won't know, because they will just believe everything you say. They trusted you, all right? They trust you. They trust that you are knowledgeable. They come in because of what you say, but they didn't know what you did not tell them. Yeah, so that's the thing about new entry in the market. That is why when I say Bitcoin price, whether it go up to 497,000, when is it going up? Go up to the point? Because right now there are still many of these Bitcoin scam around. It's going to take a long time, because imagine one group of 1,000 people get hurt by this cryptocurrency thing. They'll spread to their community, and another group come in, they lost money, they get hurt, they go and tell their friends. Do you think the Bitcoin price will go up so much, so easily and so fast? I don't think so. So one of the few factors that is bothering me is all this kind of scam that's been lying around, promising this, promising that, but not delivering. And it's actually a very dangerous thing. Why am I talking about the Bitcoin scam? What were we talking about just now? I can't hear you.
Yeah, so that's why I think we a little bit go further, go out of the track, and now we just keep be on track. Yeah, and let's sum up what we have talked in today. And is we have been on live. How long we have been on live? Let me see.
I think we should stop.
Yeah.
We've been on live for 1.5 hours, 90 minutes.
Yeah, 1 hour and 24 minutes, and currently there's some of the viewer. Let me see who's here. I don't know. Actually, I also don't know how to check how many participants here. Yeah. Okay. Maybe because during the networking, we don't know. We also don't know how to do the networking with the same area, same and the same language. That's why some of the viewer, they feel they don't understand anything, and they feel
no problem.
they get bored.
Yeah. So we just continue to do English, which is generally what everybody is using. Yeah, so that's the safest one unless you want to do a special video targeted at certain audience.
In next time,
audience,
I think in next time,
there'll be a separate video altogether. Yeah.
Because I also may try to keep in touch with some of the one of the Bitcoin trader. He's very famous in and he get the experience in trading. Yeah, he also can share some Bitcoin trading, and he has his own. He's one of the friend, the friend of the Tuhua Bitcoin. You may remember, and he yeah, and now if let me sum up and let me find some the other good news. Just now, did you say about the news about the China's central banks against the blockchain-based rate of finance?
We covered that. We talked
Yeah,
something about
you have the call about that. Yeah, okay. I think we go sum up all the headline. Oh, it's about Little Kitty. You remember Little Kitty?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, I have not checked my Kitty account.
Yeah.
I don't know whether the siren work or whatever.
Yeah. Because there's a supply Little Kitty
How many
drop
kitties do I have?
overwhelmed.
I have like 6 or 7, or the last time I left, I log in. I cannot remember how many kitties I have.
Yeah, me too. I also forget about this. And there's the news about the supply Little Kitty drop overhang in levels back exchange. The price of a Little Kitty token has dropped. Now they allow company they issue the token as the stock. It look like in the traditional market they run the IPO and they have some unit the stock unit in some market traditional market, and nowadays we have some token as the some of the unit for crypto exchange. Yeah, it's also the another traditional transform to the crypto market. Yeah, it's really good news for all the startup company and all the crypto asset company. They want to jump up in the crypto asset. Yeah, it's good. However, they must follow up all the country regulation.